Okay. For definitely not the second time, we're going to go over the demo. All right. So here we go. Let's open up Unity and we're just going to go and we're going to create a new project. I'm going to put it in this level design folder in this week 1. Just want to select that. Perfect. Project name, which we call it homework or week 1 homework. Perfect. Create the project. Okay. We'll let it do its thing. Dun, 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 creating the project. Dun, 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 dun. I feel like because this is the second time we had to do this, it's going so much slower, but it's probably the same. It's just the frustration is present now that wasn't previously. If any of you guys need to drop off because, we're hitting the end of class, feel free to. Otherwise, I'm going to go through this demo again and post it for you.
I'm gonna probably dip. See you guys. Bye.
See ya.
Just to clarify, I got it the first time, so I don't think I can stay around.
Nice.
I was able to manage somewhat. This is due at the start of next class, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Cool. I had a quick question for you, Brad. Is there sorry, you don't have to stay, Bryce. I'm just wondering if there's like a ramp shape because I see a lot of shapes here.
The same thing.
Yeah, and I'm like
I was gonna
abusing the triangle here.
Yeah. So if you use the pyramid, you can start off by making like a tall pointy one and then just flip it on its side and then you have a ramp. I think
brilliant.
if you go into the editors, I don't have them yet because I haven't installed them. I think there's a stair tool also.
Yeah, but it's got stairs. So
but each of those different
Yeah.
editors builds a different kind of primitive shape. So
I need a technical artist to tell to make me a ramp.
well, if you make like one of those, like the pyramid, right? Or the prism rather,
Mm-hmm.
it will automatically align anything you put on top of it to the slope of the ramp.
Oh, that's lovely, actually.
Yeah. Okay, back over here. So the first thing we need to do is we need to import a custom package. We're going to grab this week 1 start package, open sesame. It's going to bring up a giant list of things.
Have fun for our YouTube video. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to import everything. Yes, upgrade everything. Import a bunch of stuff that we'll use later. So it says missing project settings. So I'm going to come over here to my project and then just let's type in project. Oh, look, view project settings. Just open this. It's going to ask you if you want to import it. Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. And the warning goes away because now our project settings are imported. Wonderful. The next thing we need to do is open up the homework scene. So I'm going to filter by scenes, find the week 1 assignment and open it. And you will see that there are some problems. All these pink things are shaders that are not quite set up right. And that's part of the fun switching from Unity 2023 to Unity 6. So we're going to fix all these. Up here in the controller, we're going to go to 3D models and the mesh LODs. I'm just going to shift select the top one and click the bottom one so that they're all selected. I'm going to come down here to the materials that are causing errors. And so for the shader, instead of the standard, I'm just going to go over here to Universal Render Pipeline and select lit. And as if by magic, everything with that material just suddenly works. I'm going to repeat that process for all of the other ones. Universal Render Pipeline, lit. Universal Render Pipeline, lit. Universal Render Pipeline, lit. Universal Render Pipeline, lit. And lastly, Universal Render Pipeline. Next, I'm going to click on the ground so I can see what is on this. So there's a canvas here. It'll select that if you click there. So I'm clicking where the canvas is not. All right, come over here and the material that's on this guy is just missing. I have to go into grid here, materials, grid. Oh, look, Universal Render Pipeline, set it to lit. And then for the base map, which is for some reason missing, let's go over here. We got the grid and scenes, textures, and we want the gray grid, I guess. We're gonna put that in here. What do we get? Oh, look at that. Perfecto. On one of these bot components. Oh, I missed the last one because it was off screen. Just set it to Universal Pipeline lit, and we're good. You would think you're done here, but not quite. This particular controller is set up with like little footprint decals it makes when it walks around. So we'll type step into the project here and grab the step material and go to the top. And there's a couple things we have to do here. We're gonna select Universal Render Pipeline, I'm gonna select lit, but because it's a decal, I need to change the material to transparent. And to get the transparency to work correctly, I'm going to have to turn off preserve specular. I'm not going to do that yet, so I can show you why. So I'm going to come down here to the textures, and there's a map called Step 2. Drag Step 2 into the base map here. So you can see like this is the footprint, but you can still see some of this carbon fiber like bump map pattern. But if I turn off preserve specular, suddenly the transparency works correctly. Alrighty, and I'm going to do that for this one. So standard, change to Universal Render Pipeline lit. So if this is transparent, uncheck preserve specular, and fill step 2 into the base map. Okay, and then the last one I'm going to do, I think those are only 2 I have to do. The rest are working. Cool. All right. So with just the changes I've made there, if I hit play, hey, look at me. I can walk around. See the little cursor that's behind. So what we've got here is a basic controller where I can look around with the mouse, can strafe and turn with the keys. I can crouch, I can jump with the space bar. I can sprint by holding down shift. You know, just basically all the things you'd expect out of a locomotion system. Ready? Pop out of here now. All right. The next thing we need to do is actually build some level. Let's go up to window. We're going to go to the package manager. It starts by automatically selecting just the things that are in your project. That doesn't help us. I want to go to the unit registry and I want to get some new things. The thing I want to get is called Pro Builder. So I start typing it in. Here we go. Let's install Pro Builder. And close this bad boy. Okay, so here's the problem is that was a Pro Builder shape. I hadn't installed Pro Builder yet. And that's why it was freaking out on me. Okay, right. So Pro Builder shape. I want this to be a plane and I want it to be like 100. Well, 100. Hey, look at that. So that's why those scripts hadn't been filled in yet. And the reason why I want to set the size here is because if I just go to the scale tool, like these grids are each set up to be, I think, a meter. And so if I start scaling things, it's going to end up out of scale. It's not going to match the grid in Unity. It's not going to match the shapes that I build with Pro Builder. Okay. And so to make sure that's doubly true, I'm actually going to delete the ground plane. I'm going to come to tools, Pro Editors. I want to make a plane. Pro Builder Editors, create shape plane. And I'm just going to go off into the horizon here. I'm going to drag this big old plane. And then to make things super great, I'm just going to come here to shape plane size 100. 100. Perfecto. And then the position 0, 0, 0. Perfect. So the next thing is to actually start building some stuff. So I'm going to come here to Tools, Pro Builder. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to make some shapes. So create a shape. We're going to start with a cube. So I'm going to put a big cube here. Whenever you click on an existing surface in Pro Builder, it snaps the thing you're making to it. So like voila, like I can make simple buildings, or I can hint at certain specific buildings just by stacking stuff on top. Right? If you don't know Q and E, change your elevation when you're working in Unity, simple navigation stuff. So look at that. So other things you can do is like, let's go with a shape that's not as basic as these. Let's go over here. I'm going to go Tools, Pro Builder, Editors. I'm going to create a shape. This time I'm going to select the prism. All right. So I'm going to drag the prism and voila. So I have this little, like, maybe it's a roof piece, maybe it's a slanted thing, but I can change the size of it by dragging here. This is going to change the base. If I come over to the size here, the little blue dot there, it's going to change the width. But I also have these 4 arrows. If I click them, it's going to rotate the whole object. Right? And so something that maybe you want to do is, like, let's say you wanted to make like a ramp on the ground here. You could just use the prism here and I could be like, create me a prism. Don't click on the wall accidentally. So I'm going to make a nice long thing here like this. And then I start cutting it up like this, and it's making like this weird, like, giant tent piece. That's not what I want. What I want is a big fat wedge. Hey, look at that. Okay. Can I make you? And it made my wedge off the ground. I love that. All right. So I'm just gonna come here to my move tools, come on down. Voila. And since we're just kit bashing, it doesn't matter that the things are intersecting. Like, you're getting the general idea. Like, this is going uphill. Come back into the edit. Alrighty. I'm gonna grab this and make it a little bit wider this way. I'm probably standing inside of a building already. Come over here, grab this guy. All right. So now I've got a little ramp going upward. Fancy. Now, let's say you don't want to make these perfectly rectangular or cubic shapes. Pro Builder also has an editor called Polyshape. And so this, you're going to create a series of points that essentially define, the perimeter of a polygon. And then once you close it, if you drag upward, it's going to extrude that for you. You can make some truly wild shapes extruding. Come here and play. All right, here we go. Oh, look at that. So far away. Oh, there's a little ledge. Jump. Whoa. Oh, what's this thing? There you go. That's the basics of locking out a level with Pro Builder. You'll note that it has like a meter grid on all the things already set up for you, so you can get an idea of like how tall do I want things to be. If you have any questions, please hit me up on Slack for the class. If you're randomly watching this and you're not in my class, leave a comment. Cool. Thanks for watching.